Hello everyone, welcome back to the next video. In this video I will show you how to create a simple AWS VPC using Terraform. So let's get started. So all I have done is that I have installed Terraform, and then inside this particular I have just created one folder. Here you will have to create a .env file. Here you will have to provide your own AWS access key ID. Then here you will have to provide your own AWS secret access key. Then just go to main.tf. Now as usual I will be copying a lot of code. Even I don't remember all this code. So first, as just go to the documentation and select AWS on HashiCorp, click on use provider, and then you can just copy paste all this stuff. So I'll just copy Control C, Control V over here inside main.tf. So yeah, we have just done that. Then inside this provider we need to provide one region as well. So I can just give it one region equal to AP Southeast 1. Okay, then we need to search for AWS VPC, right, in the documentation. So I will just go to the documentation over here and I'll just search for AWS underscore VPC. I'll just give a space. So here you can see it has suggested this. So I will so there are two things. One is using cider blocks and one is using instance tenancy. I won't be using that. I will just use this. Okay, let's just use this because I require the tag as well. So I can just paste this particular code over here, command V to paste. And here instead of main I can just give the name as my VPC. You can give it whatever name you feel like. Then here you will have to give your cider block. So I'll just keep it as it is 10.0.0.0/16. I'm not sure about this instance tenancy, so I'll just remove this. Whatever is the default value, let it use that. And for tag name also I will just give it as my VPC over here. Okay, then we need to create one subnet. So again we'll just go to the documentation and we search for AWS underscore subnet, and here you can see virtual private cloud. So just scroll down. Again you can just copy paste this particular line of code, come over here, and I'll just paste this. So here we have this AWS underscore subnet. I'll just create one private subnet. So I'll just name it as private subnet. Okay, and once you have named it as private subnet, this particular value I'll just again keep it as it is 10.0.1.0/24. Then VPC ID is okay. We need to provide a VPC ID. So we already have that. I'll just copy this, and instead of main I will just write it as my-VPC ID. And tags, here I can just again just use this private subnet. So again I'll just copy this and I'll paste it over here. Then again let's just scroll down, and here I'll just copy paste this bit of code, copy this, paste it over here, and instead of private subnet I will write it as public subnet. And again the VPC ID I am just giving it as AWS VPC my VPC ID. And here cider block we'll have to give it, I'll just give this as 10.0.2.0/24. and here again I'll just copy this and I'll paste it over here, public subnet. Okay, then we have this AWS internet gateway. So again I'll just search for this internet. So here you can see we have this. I'll just open this, and again we just have to, so we for internet gateway, yeah, we can just copy paste this particular bit of code. So I'll just paste it over here. Again I'll just name it as my internet gateway. So my IGW, and here we can just write AWS underscore VPC my VPC.id. okay, and here we have this tags as well. Again I'll just name the tag name to my internet gateway. So I'll just paste it over here. Okay, then we have this AWS route table. So I will just search for AWS route underscore table, add a space, and here we have this AWS route table. So again I'll just scroll down. So AWS route table requires a lot of things. First one is the route, but we can simplify it further. So what I can do is I'll just copy it for now. I'll paste it over here. I'll just remove this one of this route. Okay, First we require the VPC ID, so I can just again here I'll just give it as my VPC dot ID. Then we need to give route. So for CIDR blocks I'll just keep it as 0.0.0/0, and for internet gateway we just write AWS internet gateway, and here I'll just have to change it to my internet gateway dot ID. Command S to save. I mean, tags is not important, so I'll just remove this tags. If you want to give it a tag, you can give it, and also I'll just change this to my route table. You can change it to whatever you feel like. Then we require an a route table association. So let's go over here. So just create this AWS route table association. Okay, let's see if we get this. So here it is, AWS route table association. And again AWS route table association requires a route table ID as well as a subnet ID. So I can just copy paste this bit of code. Okay, and I will just paste it over here, and here we have the name as public dash sub, and here we have this route table ID, so this one, and here we just give AWS route table dot my route table dot ID, and then we have this AWS subnet. Then here we just give public subnet dot ID. Then we need to create an AWS instance as well, right? So then I'll just command S to save, and here we just name it as, I'll just search for AWS underscore instance. I'll add a space over here. So this is the thing. Again we don't require all these data things. We just require, I think, resources AWS underscore instance. Why is this like this? Okay, so we only require this particular part, we don't require that data part. I can just copy this, and I think I can just paste it over here. So resource AWS underscore instance, and again I'll just give this as my server. You can name it whatever you feel like, and here you will have to give an AMI. So you can take this AMI from AWS. So I'll just take this AMI later on. Here you can just take a t3.micro as well, and here you can just name it as whatever name you feel like. I'll just name it as sample server. So let me just fetch this AMI from AWS. As you can see, I have just created this, got this AMI from AWS. So don't copy my AMI because it could differ for you or for your account. And here I'm just using t3.micro. Now I can just run Terraform in it. So hopefully this, okay, sorry, I think before running Terraform in it we should have run source.env, but I think that's fine. Let Terraform initialize all this stuff for us, and once that is done we can just run source.env, because make sure you have written your correct access key ID as well as secret access key inside the .env file. We need to use source.env, otherwise AWS gets confused on where it needs to communicate. Also here I have installed like this Terraform VS Code extension as well as this AWS extension, so feel free to install those as well. So yeah, let's just wait for this to finish. Okay, so this is done. Then I can just do source.env, then I can do Terraform plan first. Let's just see what it is trying to do, and you can also run Terraform validate just to check if the code which you have written is correct or not. So yeah, let's just wait for this to finish. Okay, so as you can see, Terraform plan was succeeded. Then we just need to apply these changes, so I can just do Terraform apply. So let's just wait for this to finish. Now once it has finished doing this, so here you can see it is telling me plan 7 to add. Now I just need to type yes, and it will it should create all the stuff for us, like the VPC, subnet, our EC2 server and all that stuff. So here you can see it has created all that stuff, and you can go to your AWS console to verify it. Like you can go to your EC2 instance just to check whether the EC2 instance has been created, but I'm not going to do that because this was just a simple tutorial on how to create a VPC. Now to make sure you destroy everything as well, otherwise you will be charged unnecessarily. So make sure you run Terraform destroy as well, just to delete or terminate all the things which you have created. So I'll just type yes over here as well, and let's just wait for this to finish. So it should be done anytime now. So yeah, that's it. That's all there is to this tutorial. Thank you for watching. I think this will only just delete our EC2 instance and our VPC and all that stuff. But yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Take care. If you have any questions, do let me know in the comments. Bye.